Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and welcome to the first PvP changes in PokeMMO in the year 2024. What's up, guys? It's January. How are we doing? Let's check out the movement. So, Mandibuzz is getting moved up to OU from UU. Pretty interesting Pokemon. One of those Pokemon with a really cool dual type, having access to Roost, being pretty tanky, having double immunities, being dark flying. I'm not really a huge fan of Mandibuzz. I don't have much of a take on it. I've never really used Mandibuzz. I haven't played with much in PvP. Yeah, cool to see Mandibuzz up to OU from UU, short and sweet. Down to UU from OU, Gastrodon and Raikou. Make sure to breed up those Gastrodon comps and sell those. I always talk about how even if you don't play PvP, these changes are still hyper relevant to you for money making. Pretty much every type of player in PokeMMO wants to make Pokeyen. Whether you shiny hunt, whether you play PvP, whether you just play casually, pretty much everybody needs Pokeyen, right? No matter what your playstyle is. So keeping an eye on PvP changes to understand what's hot in the metagame and understand what's hot to breed for profit and stuff like that is always super important. So Gastrodon down to UU, check out the price in the market. Maybe they're up, maybe they're needed more. You know, people in UU may have not had them. They may have them because Gastrodon's kind of constantly in and out of UU and OU, so just double check. Raikou being in UU is a big deal if you have like timid nature herbs stocked up or something like that. Nature herbs, I'm sure. Nature herbs are really expensive right now. We can actually check really quick in game. Nature herbs, I'm pretty sure, are pretty expensive right now, which is kind of hilarious. Let's do timid. Yeah, timid nature herb. Looking like the cheapest one is 108k right now. 108k for timid nature herbs, which is why actually farming Deciduas are kind of back, which is a crazy thing. So yeah, make sure to keep an eye out for those stuff like that. When changes like that, when Raikou goes down to UU from OU, it's probably going to be pretty powerful there. Now, nothing moves in and out of NU, so NU is kind of unchanged. The most important part, and I think the thing that people are kind of overlooking, it's really easy to overlook from this update log, is they are now reassessing everything because it's the first of the year, you know, it's the first month, so they want to reassess everything to make sure how things are feeling. This is also our month of review. It starts this month. Discussion may / probably will carry over into January for existing bans, mostly just reassessing where everybody is at with the current state of the tiers. The list I have is in the below spoiler. So removed or not buffed moves, abilities, and mechanics. Swords Dance, Garchomp, everything is up for discussion. It's sort of just everything. Don't worry. This isn't stuff they're like aggressively thinking about changing. It's more so stuff that is kind of just up for discussion. They're kind of thinking about, right? So it's just everything that could happen. So Swords Dance Garchomp being talked about, being considered. The knockoff buff. Dude, personally, I would actually like to see the knockoff buff, for better or for worse. I didn't play that much of like Gen 6 and Gen 7 PvP, so maybe I'm just underestimating how good it was. I think this is from a person who doesn't play that much PvP and isn't that involved in the metagame, so always keep that in mind. If you want a really good take, go check out AFC Adino. The knockoff buff. I would like to see some sort of knockoff buff, but maybe not as strong as it initially was. I think the knockoff buff initially was really strong, if I'm not mistaken. I would like to see it. I would like to see a buff because 20 base power is just, I think it's unusable pretty much, or very rarely used. I think if you up the power a little bit, it would be, I think it'd be interesting. Outrage buff. Outrage is interesting. I have to think about that more. I don't have a take, so I haven't thought about it. Shadow Tag nerf. That's a tough one. Shadow Tag's always super annoying in PvP. Baton Pass stat passing. I'm biased. I hate Baton Pass. Baton Pass was like the worst, most unfun meta I've ever played within PokeMMO. I was here for the Gen 3 Scizor, Umbreon, annoying as shit, just all over the place Baton Passing. Baton Pass, in theory, is a move that allows weaker Pokemon to shine, things like Tail Glow, Volbeat or whatever. Illumise. But what actually happens is it just makes stronger Pokemon stronger. Like, in theory, it's cool because it should make weak Pokemon have a niche, but it doesn't actually end up working out like that. It just allows Pokemon like Scizor and like Pokemon that are already good to be better. That's pretty much all Baton Passing ends up doing, unfortunately. And then Moody being on the ban list. I mean, Moody is pretty... Evasion is never fun, especially at random. You never want to, yeah, that's fine. UU ban list, Darmanitan. I love this Pokemon, super powerful. I feel like it's probably too powerful for UU, but I don't play UU. What do I know? Doug Trio, I'm going to stop giving my takes and just go through the rest. Doug Trio being considered to be, what it says UU ban list, this means like mons that are kind of back and forth between OU and UU, that are, all of these mons are like kind of currently in OU, but they're considering like should they put them in UU. That's from my understanding. Darmanitan, Dugtrio, Haxorus, Lucario, Kingdra, Porygon 2, Shaman, Staraptor. These are some really powerful. I think some of these could be like, I think Staraptor is probably fine in UU. Shaman I don't know about. I think it pretty like warped it. Porygon 2, I don't know. A lot of these mons I feel like are too strong for UU, but I could be wrong. Lucario is questionable. NU ban list. Okay, I can give my takes on this as I have at least a lot more experience with NU. I would love to see Durant in NU. I love Durant. Hustle's an awesome ability. Would it actually be balanced? I think mostly we could give it a try. I love Durant. For Alligator seems way too strong for NU, dude. Like, way too strong. Swords Dance plus Aqua Jet or the D-Dance build. This seems way too strong. Metacham destroyed NU last time it was in it. It was way too strong. It wasn't even close. I think Metacham and Alligator are both way too strong. Durant, I could see. Machamp would be good, really good in NU, like top 5 Pokemon probably. But would it be broken? I actually don't know. I feel like it wouldn't be, but maybe I'm crazy. I think a lot of people call it like mini Conkeldurr and stuff, but I feel like it ends up never actually playing out like that because the stat distribution is just enough to where it's wildly different hilariously. I'm not sure. We need a decent fighting type in. And like now that Blaziken's straight up in UU like constantly now, the best fighting type in NU is Hitmontop, which is by far the best one in my opinion, which is finally getting recognition. Dude, I claimed for so long, I talked about it for so long how Hitmontop was the best fighting type in NU, but people were still using like Hitmonchan, like other ones that weren't as good in my opinion. Dude, now Hitmontop is literally the most played Pokemon in all of NU. Now, it just took the right meta for that to actually happen, but I've been saying that Hitmontop is like the best fighting type by far in NU forever, like way better than Hitmonchan. It's cool to see Hariyama getting play after Assault Vest being added. That's I don't have much experience with that, but it's cool to see. I don't have much play time with it, but neat to see at the very least. All right, moving on. Nidoqueen. I hate Nidoqueen in NU, but that's personal bias and personal reason. I don't know if it's actually broken. The reason why I hate Nidoqueen is because it allows for, it's like the only Pokemon in the entire game that can stack Pocket Spikes, and Stealth Rock. And it's just really, really annoying. If you don't have a Defogger, or you can't Rapid Spin against them, it's just really annoying, which obviously you probably should have a Defogger. You probably should have some sort of Hazard Clear anyway on your team, but there are some super aggressive teams that try to go without it, and it's just not fun. It's just a tanky Pokemon that's super annoying that just sits there and sets up annoying shit. I think Nidoqueen's just annoying. I don't know, but maybe it's fine. I guess we have Alakazam now in NU, right? I think Zam is still in NU, so with Zam around, maybe it would actually be fine because you could threaten the. Yeah, maybe that would be fine. That'd be with Zam now being in the tier. Rhyperior, I would love to see Rhyperior in the tier. I have never played PokeMMO with Rhyperior in NU. There are more experienced players and players who have been around who played during. I just quit during those times. Who said it was super broken? Who said it was like totally unbalanced? So I don't know. I would love to see Rhyperior in NU. I think it'd be super funny. It's a super cool Pokemon that never gets like any play. I feel like Roserade. I feel like I don't know. I don't know, and I have to think about it because I don't like to give opinions if I haven't really thought about a position. Roserade, I don't know on. It might actually be fun. I'd have to think about it. I don't know. Vaporeon, I feel like is way too strong. It's way too good for NU. Way too good of a bulky water wall. Every time it's been in NU, I feel like it's just been like one of the best. It's like too good. Yeah, too good in my opinion. Venomoth, I'm also kind of here and there on. Venomoth does not seem to be that strong to me on paper. Obviously, I understand why it's good. The tinted lens, the quiver dance, the bug buzz that can hit through not very effectives. So it's like psychic and stuff. Like I get why it's good on paper, but looking at its stats and stuff, I don't know. I'm never really impressed. I'm never really impressed by Venomoth. But that's my personal opinion. So I think it would be fine. But that's all these stuff up for discussion. Pretty interesting changes. Yeah, +1 to this GB. Your brain take. That's it for me today, guys. That's it for me today, guys. I appreciate you watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. If it was helpful, subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos. Check out my streams Monday through Thursday on Twitch at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, if my content is consistently helpful or consistently entertaining to you, and you can afford it, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations really do allow me to stay full-time making as much content as I do. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno.